Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We would be grateful if you would take a few moments to listen to the following short safety announcement. On hearing the fire alarm, we would ask everyone to evacuate the building immediately. Please leave in a calm and orderly manner using the exits which are located at the front and the rear of the hall. Then make your way to the assembly point at the front of the physics building located at the car park side of the hall opposite the main building. We would ask you to remain there until instructed otherwise. Please do not attempt to re-enter the building, even if the alarms have been silenced, as this does not always mean the emergency is over. We would also like to take this opportunity to ask you to silence all mobile phones now for the duration of the ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation, and we trust you enjoy your visit to Queen's University.
The world is changing at an unprecedented pace. Every industry is embracing change, drawing on a new wealth of insights and tools to advance in today's connected society. At Queen's University, we have a bold ambition to lead the way in the challenges we see ahead. Every day, we touch thousands of lives in our pursuit of excellence. Finding the solutions to real-world issues and inspiring research to have real-world impact. We are protecting the cybersecurity of billions of internet users. We are at the forefront of conflict resolution, making a difference to the lives of children, families, and communities across the world. We are working with industry to develop new technologies. We are creating access to safe, nutritious food for a growing population. And we're at the forefront of major medical breakthroughs, making a real impact on people's lives. We give amazing minds a place to do amazing things in a university fit for the 21st century. We are the heartbeat of one of Europe's fastest growing cities, in a country where the hospitality, welcome, and warmth of our people is legendary. Together, we are meeting the challenges of our time head on, developing our students to be the leaders of tomorrow with the confidence and innovation to engage in an ever-evolving global culture. Together, we are shaping a better world.
Please rise to receive the academic procession.
Good morning. Can I offer you a very warm welcome on this very special occasion to our graduates, their families and their friends. I now declare open this celebration of degrees and presentation of diplomas and certificates. Please be seated. I now call upon Professor Joan Lochray to present Sir Declan Morgan, this morning's honorary graduate.
In December last year, as part of the events to mark the centenary of the courts in Northern Ireland, Sir Declan Morgan delivered a lecture on the work of the men, all men, who had held the position of Lord Chief Justice over the previous 100 years. It was a fascinating journey through history, but one of the incumbents got perhaps a little less attention than the others, namely the person giving the lecture, Sir Declan himself. So I hope we can remedy that this morning as we invite him to become the first honorary graduate of our 2022 summer graduation ceremonies. Sir Declan was born in 1952. He was educated at St Columb's College, Derry, Peterhouse, Cambridge, and here at Queen's University. He was called to the bar in 1976 and became a QC in 1993. He was appointed Senior Crown Counsel in 2002, and in 2004 he became a High Court judge and received his knighthood. That same year, he became Chairman of the Law Reform Advisory Committee for Northern Ireland, and in 2007 he was appointed Chairman of the Northern Ireland Law Commission. He was later appointed to the Family Division, and in 2009 he succeeded Sir Brian Kerr as Lord Chief Justice, a position he held until his retirement last year. Last month, he was appointed by the Prime Minister to become one of the Judicial Commissioners, all of whom are serving and retired members of the UK senior judiciary, who perform the important role of providing independent authorisation of applications for the use of certain investigative powers by public authorities. Sir Declan is committed to outreach and engagement, not least here at Queen's, where he was for a time Judge in Residence, contributing in that capacity to wider academic life in the School of Law. He remains a powerful voice on issues relating to the past in Northern Ireland, the legacy of the Troubles, and the role of inquests and how to provide closure for the bereaved, most recently last week providing evidence to Westminster's Northern Ireland Affairs Committee on these issues. As Lord Chief Justice, Sir Declan set out to remove the mystique surrounding the work of the courts and the judiciary. He dismantled the perception of the ivory tower, he embraced greater openness and transparency, and he recognised the need for change in other ways. Thus, he initiated the Women in Law programme to showcase the expertise of women lawyers. He was instrumental in promoting more women to the rank of QC. And in 2015, he appointed Northern Ireland's first 2 women High Court judges, Dame Denise McBride and Dame Siobhan Keegan. 7 years on, Dame Siobhan Keegan is his successor, our very first Lady Chief Justice. And I'm delighted to say that both judges have taken the trouble to add their own reflections on Sir Declan's career and achievements for the citation today. The Lady Chief Justice has described how Sir Declan left a rich legacy. He started many initiatives to improve justice delivery and deal with delay across criminal and civic domains, and he set up the Gillen Review of Civil and Family Justice, which issued transformative recommendations that continue to be implemented. He was, she says, an empathetic Lord Chief Justice who fostered collegiality at all levels of the judiciary, as well as good relations with neighbouring judiciary and international legal organisations, ensuring that Northern Ireland was represented in all important debates at home and abroad. And in highlighting the issue of underrepresentation, he enhanced the diversity of the higher courts, setting wheels in motion by encouraging eligible candidates to come forward, assured that they would be assessed on the basis of merit alone. Madam Justice McBride says Sir Declan understood that the continuation of an all-male senior judiciary not only risked undermining public confidence in and the legitimacy of the courts in Northern Ireland, but also diminished the art of lawmaking. She says his lasting legacy is a more successful and modern judiciary, one that is more representative of the community it serves and one which is fit for the 21st century. Sir Declan, it has been my pleasure to deliver a citation that recognises such distinguished public service. And so, Vice-Chancellor of the University, with the authority of the Senate, I invite you to confer on Sir Declan Morgan the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By the authority of the University, I confer on you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. And I would now like to call upon Sir Declan to address this Assembly. Sir Declan.
I have to say I didn't really recognise most of that. Very generous tribute by the Director of the School of Law. But Vice-Chancellor, I want to express my gratitude to the University for this honour. And that is all the more so because I am aware of the high standards achieved by this university in its work and the standing the university has in this jurisdiction and beyond because of its engagement with the community. And those high standards are no more obvious than in the work of Queen's Law School. My recent engagement with the school has been as a judge. And shortly after my appointment, as the Director indicated, I took up the post of Judge in Residence. But the Law School has also been a huge support to the Judicial Studies Board, recently setting up more than a dozen lectures to help the judiciary negotiate the effects of Brexit. We also developed an exchange programme just before the pandemic, which was very successful, and members of the school recently completed important work on judicial appointments. All of this is an aspect of the university's reach into our community and I welcome and support those initiatives. But the focus of today, however, must be on the graduates, for whom this is the culmination of years of hard work. And I want to congratulate all of you, and for your families and friends, this is a proper day for celebration of your achievements. It's also the start of a new era for many of you. It will give rise to challenges as well as fulfilment. And I'm sure that many of you will have received lots of good advice about how you should go about and approach the next stage in your lives. I certainly do not want to overload you with advice, but I am going to suggest 3 things that you might consider, and partly because to some extent these have been features of my own experience. And the first is, don't be afraid to look for the job or career that you really enjoy, even if that means changing course. And just to make that point in practical terms, when I went to university, I went to study mathematics. And when I was a mathematician, I used to sit primarily with lawyers because, oddly enough, I found them much more interesting than mathematicians over dinner. And as I listened to them, I discovered that there were really interesting things that they were talking about. So I switched into second-year law, having completed my first year of mathematics. I hadn't really thought through what I was going to do with that, so I decided that I would go down to the city and join a big accountancy firm in London, which I duly did, and then realised that that wasn't really going to give me the fulfilment of life that I was looking for, and similarly that accountancy wasn't really doing it for me over dinner as they were talking about their accountancy issues. And I came back to Northern Ireland to join the bar, and I discovered the job that for me and the career that really did everything that I needed, that made for me. And I stayed at the bar for quite a long time before eventually deciding that it was time to make a change. And that change led me into becoming a judge. So I have a track record in relation to this a particular issue, and I would strongly encourage you not to avoid giving some thought to where you're going to go. Secondly, as I said, you will face challenges and disappointments in your future. Don't let them get you down. Be confident. You all have skill sets which are much in demand. Trust your ability and keep thinking that in the face of such challenges and disappointments if you come across them, as undoubtedly you will, because we all do. And thirdly, and perhaps most important, each of you will now take on a new role in society. People will look to you for support and advice. The members of this university have a proud record of involvement in the community through education, charities, churches, sports, the arts, and the voluntary sector. Be a part of that. Give something back. I want to finish by again congratulating you all on your graduation today, and I wish each of you a successful and fulfilling next period in your lives. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Sir Declan, for those inspiring words. Now, will all our graduates please rise? In the name and by the authority of the university, I confer on you and those whose names appear on the graduation list the degrees, diplomas and certificates to which you're entitled, and for which you who are present here today will be individually presented by your head of school.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Arts, English and Languages. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Molly Marie Moyer-Gorman. For the Master of Arts in Film, Jamie Gordon Patterson. For the Master of Arts in Media and Broadcast Production, Amy Rebecca Buckley. For the Master of Arts in Translation, Laura Joanna McCarran. For the Bachelor of Arts in Drama, Esme Martha White. In English, Lucy Elliott. Nicole Isabel Ross. Maria Ann Teague. Brian Christopher Turton. For English with Creative Writing, Gemma Louise Black. Andrina Deary. For Film and Theater Making, Carly Louise McGee Tollerton. For Film Studies and Production, Sophie Ann Merivale. Sean Francis McCardle. Bethany Caitlin McKeever. Matthew Dale Alfred Moiser. Ellen Nahapetian. For Music Performance, Rahul Manson. Aaron William Cunningham. For Music Performance, Rahul Manson. For Drama and English, Brona Catherine Lynch. Abby Megan Pettigrew. Kira Bridget Kelly. For English and History, Lindsay Ann Jones. Matthew Ryan Kelly. For English and Sociology, Nicole Maria Ewart. Raheem Marcus Hussein. For English and Spanish, Amber Alice Fowler. For French and Spanish, Daniel James Hoadley Simpson. Emer Rita Hoey. For Irish and History, Kiva O'Neill. For the Bachelor of Music, Grace Eleanor Rebecca Dunn. Sophie Girardot. Amir Maria Holohan.
Vice-Chancellor. I present to you the graduates for the degree of Master of Arts in the School of History, Anthropology, Philosophy and Politics. Master of Arts in International Relations, Akshaya Das. Master of Arts in Irish Studies, Cara Louise Bradbury. Master of Arts in Violence, Terrorism and Security, Elizabeth Ann Beattie. Bachelor of Arts in History, Ronan James Dempsey. Sean Francis Murphy. Andrew Mark Smith. Paul Martin Morgan. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Politics and Conflict Studies, Emma Shaw. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Politics, Philosophy and Economics, Bavin Rose Tankard. And for the Bachelor of Arts in History and International Studies, Luke Timoney. And for the Bachelor of Arts in History and Philosophy, Natasha Jane Radon. And for the Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy and Politics, Lee Michael Morrow. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Institute of Theology, Mark Buchanan Wilson.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you candidates for the degree of Doctor of Laws in the School of Law, Bryce Dixon. And for the degree of Master of Laws in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Tomasz Kajetan Pershka. And for the degree of Master of Laws in Human Rights Law, Robin McCartney. For the degree of Master of Laws in International Business Law, Niall Ponsford. And for the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Fiona Louise Sheridan. Lee Sen Young. Amina Adams. One Nuruddin bin Ishmael. Lucy Ellen Brown. Rachel Moore Campbell. Caitlin Margaret Canavan. Connor Joseph Carney. Mark Jonathan Gilmore. Mia Oriana Gusting. Anna Elizabeth Kelly. Yi Hang Lai. Shin Yin Lim. Bao Hui Lo. Bethany Sarah May Moore. Sephora Bernadette O'Connell. Gina Martha Pritchard. Hope Charlotte Catherine Rose. Caitlin Ann Belshaw. Sal Shuan T. Jack Finton Toner. Garajan Singh Tour. One Alicia Puteri Binti One Shahaimi. And for the degree of law, major with politics minor, Declan Davis. Carl Matthew Lina.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Master of Business Administration in Queen's Management School, Sophie Joan McComb. Ashley Rawson. Talia Marcela Bejar Castro. Jessica Alice Ibarra. Claire Elizabeth Ryan. And for the degree of Master of Science in Management, Hainong Shu. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Jo In Koo. Lee Ting Luo. Ying Wang. Rona Louise Clark. Christopher Mark Horner. Hao Yu Huang. Chu Xin Zhang. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science and Risk Management, Jill Elizabeth Cope. Gemma Jean Little. Rachel Hazel Jane Neal. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Economics, Owen Patrick Canning. Michael Francis McBreen. Beth Woods. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Management, Bernard Joseph Cunningham. Sarah Ann Tooney. Oliver Louis Adair. Turlock Patrick Kelly. Shemin Yakub Konkol. Niall Joseph McKay. Tiernan Thomas McKeown. Darrell Stephen McMahon. Dominic Thomas Mulholland. Kiara Bridget O'Hanlon. Nicole Edel Saunders. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Economics, Hai Han Cheng. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Finance, Rui Yu. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Finance with a year in Industry, Patrick James Halton McGuinness. Frank McCartan. Aisling Connell. Ben O'Boyle. Gerard Patrick O'Brien. Eamon O'Kane. Michael Ligon. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Major Minor Honors, Economics with Finance, Jack Matthew Brooks. Chan Wei Chai. Joe Francis Higgins. Damon Kelly. Yan Lin Yang. Samuel William Gerard Koff. June Ming Lok. And for the degree of Master of Science in Business and Management from the William J. Clinton Leadership Institute, Poiter Wojciech Cherkosh.
Vice-Chancellor, I present to you graduates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the School of Social Sciences, Education and Social Work. Carla Cristina Valeriano de Sousa Quiroz. Doctorate in Education, Deborah Joy Drury. Marie Claire Catherine Macaulay. And for Master of Education, Margarizota Raj. Karen Marie Clark. Brian Martin Torbett. And for Master of Science, Katie Ann Hill. Heather Diane Graham. Innocent Uche Anatia. Pauline Elizabeth Marley Blaney. And for Masters of Research, Fanula Nick Robard. Alison MacDonald. And for Bachelor of Arts, Mark Raymond Weir. Anya Devlin. Erin O'Hara. Yvonne Dadirai Webb. And for Bachelor of Social Work, Catherine Louise Agu-Dalzell. Suzanne Caroline Finch. Louise Susan Green. Sinead Hanaway. Elizabeth Alexandra Lamb. Abigail Maria McKendry. Lorraine Ann Mernin. Cleo Parkinson. And if I'm right on these papers, it's Andrea Deborah Neal.
So congratulations to you all on reaching this very significant milestone. We've really enjoyed the privilege of sharing this celebration with you. And as a university, we are very proud of all your achievements. And we hope that you're proud of this university, your university. A university that has such a big impact on society and the economy here in Northern Ireland. Now, as a graduate, you'll always be part of the Queen's community. So please do stay in touch with the university and make the most of the opportunities available to you as graduates. I wish you much continued success in the future and look forward to hearing about your many achievements in the years ahead. But before I close today's ceremony, there's someone else who'd like to add their congratulations from afar.
As Chancellor of Queen's University, I would like to offer my sincere congratulations to all of our graduating students. After 2 years without summer graduations, I'm delighted that you can all celebrate together in person to mark this very special occasion. You know, graduation is a significant milestone in every student's career, and today is an opportunity for the university to formally recognize your hard work and congratulate you on your success. Your graduation is even more special as the circumstances in which you've completed your studies has made your achievements simply remarkable. I know the journey has not been easy, but you've demonstrated incredible resilience, agility, and determination in adapting to new circumstances to achieve your goals. You're graduating at a time of major challenges and change across the world, but it's also, I believe, a time of great opportunity and potential. So, class of 2022, please use your knowledge, your skills, your talents to help us shape a better world. Our society needs people like each of you, creative, critically good at thinking and doing, problem solvers who can make real differences in transforming lives and societies. So as you close this important chapter in your life and begin a new one, I wish you the very, very best as you go out into that world that awaits. Please be a force for positive change and always be proud of the fact that you are a Queen's graduate, because Queen's is certainly proud of you, as are your parents, families, and friends celebrating with you today. Congratulations again, and best wishes for every success in the future.
So I now declare closed this celebration of degrees and presentation of diplomas and certificates, and invite our graduates and recipients to join the academic procession as it leaves the hall. Guests should please wait until the procession has departed. Thank you all.
established to ensure that the relationship between graduates and alma mater becomes lifelong. Many people will have forged lasting personal and professional friendships while at Queen's, and the ongoing alumni outreach programme aims to keep Queen's men and Queen's women in touch with the university and of course with each other. In time, alumni will make return visits to Queen's for reunions, lectures, social and academic events, and perhaps further study. It's particularly important to stay in contact if careers are pursued overseas, and for this reason Queen's now has a number of graduate organisations based both here in Northern Ireland and throughout the world in Canada, America, the Far East, Africa and Northern Europe. So, graduation should not mark the end of your association with Queen's. Through the Alumni Office, those friends, contacts and memories can last a lifetime.